Morning and welcome to another day with the Humber Hikers. What we're doing now, we're just leaving the Aisdale campsite and we're going to go do 2 Wainwrights, which we're yet to do, HARTER and Green Crag. Now we understand Green Crag is very boggy, so got sealskins on, waterproof boots.
I ain't got sealskins
Leah
on.
hasn't put sealskins on, so she could be in a world of pain today.
I have brought extra socks though.
But yeah, we've sort of, you can just see behind us really, the campsite. It's pretty quiet to be honest, considering it's a bank holiday. But yeah, we're going to go and do HARTER and Grey Crag. Well, Grey Crag first, followed by HARTER, and then it should be about a 9-mile walk, so hopefully get that out of the way and finish off in the pub in Aisdale, the Woolpacking. It started off a fantastic morning. You can see bright blue sky, hardly any clouds in the sky, so hopefully we're in for another good day. Yesterday was lovely as well. Today equally is good. I think the weather turns a little bit overnight, a bit more cloud and stuff, but today's looking good, so hopefully we'll get some fantastic views. Was the pub we went in yesterday, the Brook House Inn. Just had a quick pint in there and then took a right just on the side of this road, and there's another pub there called the Boot Inn, which we like. A nice beer garden in that one as well. We're just having a little stop now. Lee's just seen a couple of robins on the fence post just ahead. There's actually 2. There's one just floating around and one just in front of us. I don't know if you'll be able to see him. I'll spin you around. But
I'll try to get a little close.
there he is, little robin. Lovely little characters. Oh, barely 2 minutes into the walk now, and already Attenborough's started taking nature documentaries again. Just seen a couple of robins and stuff, so she's been taking pictures of them. But as you can see, this is the track we're following now. We'll cross a river and then we end up on the path towards Green Crag. Just walking now, and ahead of us is a lovely little church and a little cemetery. It's St Catherine's Church. So I'll spin you around so you can see this. It's St Catherine's Church with the cemetery in front of it. I don't know if you can actually see the church. It looks quite dark really, but it's not a bad little place to be.
Change my mind, I want to go here now.
What have you just done again?
Change my mind.
No, what have you just done again?
What do you mean?
What am I doing?
Oh.
What am I doing? You're videoing, you're talking through it again.
Yeah.
Is that our walk ended then?
I can't get I can't do it here. Ah! They thought I was just being a bit divvyish.
A bit stiff.
Thank you.
I think we may have just found our summer swim spot. You're welcome.
That's random, isn't it?
A wild camping spot there.
Yeah.
Plenty of flat area, isn't it? It's nice. Get pitched up down there underneath the trees.
Yeah.
Obviously not in the van, that'd be a bit difficult to get up here, wouldn't it? But in the tent that'd be perfect. Just coming up now towards the summit of Green Crag over that area. what we've found is the path's really just like a permissive footpath, so there's no real obvious footpath on the road. So I think what we're going to do is use like points, like the two mountains there, and go in between those two crags, so that we can kind of get a straight line in our general direction. Maybe pick up a trail, if not we'll get to a point and then pick another point and kind of like handrail it that way. So that's our plan, because this path's pretty much non-existent, so we're just kind of winging it really.
The realisation when you think that's the route you're going, and then it's actually the big blob behind it, and then
That in the distance.
that other big blob behind it when you thought it was going to be that. Well, that's disappointing.
Don't do things by half on this channel.
Mm.
We finally found our path. What we had was we'd followed a little trail just to try and avoid the bogs, but it took us that far out of the direction. We've come back, but as you can see behind me and where Leah is, the path's still pretty boggy, so it's notorious this area anyway, Green Crag, for being boggy and wet. And to be fair, I've had a couple of days decent weather and it's dried out a little, but it's still, you'll stand in the wrong patch, your foot's gone. Well, route finding's been still much an issue. We just had a quick break and stuff like that. We're heading up now to Green Crag, but we're struggling to find the path, to be honest, so if we're going to head up and just sort of try and follow what we can and then use our own sort of initiative to find out how to get to the summit, because from here it doesn't look like there's much of a path at all up it, so there's no maps on the OS maps or anything, so it's been a bit of a struggle. No one else around we can like ask or follow, so this is us.
See where we end up?
Yes, this is us. What are you moaning about, Leah?
We finally got on a path, and we thought we was going up the one that was in front of us, which looked amazing, like a slight chance of death. And then just come over, and it'd appear it's that one.
The big mound?
Miles away, absolutely miles away.
It's only as far as you think it is.
So we've been lost. We've trundled through mud. I've broke my lip on camera, and yeah, we've been faced with that gargantuan blob. And that's only the first one as well. We've got another one.
Do you want a motivational quote?
Yeah.
It's not how high the mountain is to climb, it's the achievement of climbing it.
You should make that up.
That's exactly the same look I get away when Ryan and Aidan get motivation as well. Well, this path is slowly becoming a nightmare. Trying to find trails, there's trails everywhere, there's bogs everywhere. The fell behind us, we initially thought was Grey Crag, it isn't, it's to our left. But we're kind of having to skate around the crags to go back up the crags to do Grey Crag. Grey Crag is the big mound you can see just over there. So we've got to find that, we've got to find a route to that. It seems counterproductive really, going downhill to go back up, but looking at it, I think it's making it the easiest path we can probably do. It just doesn't seem like the right idea, but personally, it's probably the best as well. So I don't know.
I reckon that's a little trail we could maybe pick up for that. So I'm going down to go meet it.
Yeah, difficult these trails, hasn't it? It's been non-existent.
Stupid, man.
Non-existent.
Absolutely stupid.
I really thought she was going to swear then as well.
I was good. I didn't have a potty mouth.
Good. Somebody's grumpy this morning.
I ain't grumpy. I'm just
chuntering all about. All I can hear behind me is chuntering.
It's like, do you know, like people, you'll say it, don't you? If you chunter, it just gets out of you a little bit.
Well, we've established, haven't we? We just kind of figured,
Is it?
we know where the fell is, but we just don't know how to get there. We're on a path, but every path we go on leads the opposite way. We try and find another path, it leads off, so it's right in front of us, as I'll show you. That's where we're going, but we just can't bloody get there.
We've been going 2.5 hours now, and we're just, usually we aren't too bad at navigation. I don't know what.
This has been dreadful.
Yeah.
They're mad. Well, we're almost at the summit now. It's like this little staircase area up here to get up to. A quick turn to the right and then hopefully that should be the summit, but it's been hard work. Been not far off 3 hours to get here.
Just making our way up to what we think and hope is the summit of Green Crag now. There's apparently two summits, so we're hoping we're getting to the right one here. Fingers crossed. Is it though?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Probably the black pool over there as well. Black pool and Morecambe. making our way down now from Green Crag. We found the summit okay eventually. What we're going to do now is heading over to that one over there, HARTER Fell. Again, same thing, no direct footpath to it, so what we're going to do is kind of pick up the trails what are already made, and once we get up there, sort of find our own way, just to make it easy to avoid the crags and stuff. But after that, then there's a solid footpath all the way back down the other side, so that's on the way back to the pub, which will be well deserved today. We're just leaving Green Crag behind now, heading towards HARTER Fell. We've just found this like little trail which is leading us towards the forest ahead of us, and then by the looks of it, a massive ascent back up HARTER Fell. It's quite a steep, looks like quite a steep path, or the one we've got planned looks a steep path, so if we find an alternative we'll do that. But yeah, I'm glad Green Crag's out the way, because it doesn't look that big, but it was a bloody nightmare. Frustrating would be the word I'd say.
It was frustrating, because as we've just come off the back of Green Crag, there was a perfect path all the way. So yeah, we've done amazingly well to avoid that all day.
Ah well, tough shit. See, the big fell in front of us is HARTER Fell, so that's where we're heading. Where the tree line is, just to the right hand side of it, is where we should hopefully come out on this path on, and then veer up. Sort of, there's a wall going up it which we take sort of follow that. It looks a bit steep though, so we might find an alternate route, but this is our last way in right of the day, and this will take us into single figures. This will be our 200 and... how many?
I don't know, it's
205th way in right, that's it, 205th, because we've got 9 left after today. So hopefully we've looked at it, another 5 walks and we should have them all done, and then we can maybe start our second round this year. It's a bit boggy. It's spongy.
He ain't moaning now the camera's on him. I said you're not moaning now the camera's on. Been a right little moaner, haven't you?
I've got video footage of you moaning earlier.
You've decided, haven't you, you're not going... Ouch! I've just walked into something. You're not going to do the second round of the Wainwrights, are you? You've decided. You're going to do Binsey 214 times. It doesn't actually look like it isn't that bad. I was already talking about going to the pub when we started the walk at 9 o'clock. You've got issues, my friend.
The issue is I'm not in the pub.
Hopefully. He'll wear a couple of thirst after we'll go up the second Wainwright of the day. We're hoping that when we get up to this fence here, there's a... I'm just thinking, I'm just embracing it now. That there's a stile or something for us to be able to get over. Is there? Ah, thank goodness. There it is. The little stile. It's... That's where we've just come from, kind of through that area off Green Crag, through the marshlands of Abyss. And to it to woo is stripping her. They don't make these.
Really boggy as well, isn't it?
It's a small people.
Tentative steps there.
Yeah, my back weighs a ton.
Use that rock there. One big stride and you're good.
Oh.
There you go. Well, this area just keeps giving, honestly. We're supposed to be on a footpath going up that way to HARTER Fell. There's the wall there which is not showing a footpath, but we're going to use it anyway because that path's not existent. So I figure if we follow the wall up, we should be able to come out somewhere and meet the existing path, or at least veer off and come up to the summit. Well, we finally found an actual path to follow, well, a trail. OS Maps don't even have a single path on this route which we're following. Yet I've looked on Strava, which I'm using to follow our route, and that's actually showing this as a footpath meeting another one up to the summit. So a little bit disappointed with OS Maps, to be honest. We've had it a good 4 or 5 years, but there's a lot of times I've found other apps which seem to be a lot more up to date with maps, or include like alternate routes for the Wainwrights and things like that. Whether it's a safety issue, I don't know, but I feel like a lot of it does make it hard, like you're plotting routes and you're doing unnecessary mileage really. You just kicked him. Finally, some effing sign that there's a path. It's the broken man, just being relentless today, isn't it? Just constantly up and down in bogs, not having paths or anything, trying to find paths, cutting across to find better bits to walk across. It's been a nightmare. I think we've done 5 miles and it took us 4 hours, 4.5 hours. It's just been relentless.
Where's he gone? Daniel? Daniel? Oh. Bless him. I can't hopefully see his face, but that is a happy man, bless him. He struggled. Just coming up to the summit of... Oh. Trying. What are you doing? Oh. Moody bum. I didn't realise there was a trig up here.
Right there.
Smart, isn't it?
Trig. Took some getting this one. Definitely. It's a slog. It's a slog.
That is amazing.
Well, we're just leaving the summit of HARTER now, which is actually this side of me. I'm at the wrong one. Let's start again. Just leaving the summit of HARTER in Eskdale, which is the one behind me. We're going to make our way back down now to Eskdale and go to the Woolpacking pub. But the views around here are pretty spectacular. There's a few mountains behind me. I just fell off a little rock. This mountain behind me, Leah's going to go and have a little clamber up because she's a little serial scrambler. So we'll post some footage of that. But the views all around are really, really spectacular. It's a little hazy, so you might not be able to see it, but it's been really craggy and rocky. But it's been a really nice sort of views from the summit, to be honest. It was a hell of a slog getting here. It seemed to be quite taxing on the legs, and we'd been through a lot of bogs earlier, which tired us out a bit. But now we fell down an hole again. But now we're here. It's been nice and I can appreciate it now. Stop being moody. It was somewhere in there. I just struggled to see you in that dark crevice. We're just in our 205th way right now, so 9 remaining. High five.
Haha.
High five.
High five. It's a path that giveth and taketh, innit?
Today, it's just been one of them walks. It's just beginning to end has been a nightmare. To be fair, it's got right on my tits today. I can see the pub over there, the second white building in the distance. Yeah, there's paths like this.
What's it like?
It's like this. It's over there, it's only over there. But I tell you, I'm having £2. £2.
No, you're not.
Why?
What do you need £2 for?
Because I've been deserving.
You can't, but not one, like, you
No,
don't...
I don't mean in one after the other. I mean £2 in the pub.
Oh, hell, we'll have more than £2. I thought you meant two when you went up.
We've got pizzas.
I stopped that for a lark. It's been a right walk, hasn't it?
Pizzas on the side, don't they? But I reckon the kids will.
If push comes shove, get a pizza on set and we'll make a pizza on the van tomorrow.
I like pizza, mate. Let's just get going here.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it now. I've had it right up to here.
Crack on then. Little moody Mary, isn't he?
Just making our way now off the open fells and onto the farmland, so we're getting a bit lower into the valleys now. We've probably got I'd say half an hour, 40 minutes walk till we get to the Woolpack Inn in Eskdale. But to be honest, both lads, today has been a lot more of a slog than we expected. Like, so much so that it's really, I've struggled to enjoy it today because it's been so hard at times and frustrating. But we've done it now and we're on the way back so we can have a nice rewarding pint. The valley views are beautiful. If I just quickly spin you around, like, completely all around us is just stunning views. You nearly fell over there and I just didn't figure, but yeah, it's just, as you can see, the views are fantastic, so it's worth it. But today I have struggled to enjoy it really, if I'm being honest. Just making our way down now through these old ferns. These will be popping up soon in spring and summer, so this path may be sort of overgrown or hard to sort of navigate. There is a path to the right of us which is a more like stoned up footpath, which would probably be an alternative. But yeah, into the valley, the farm just down there is where we are going to come out at, and then we're going over this direction to the pub, which I believe is just over there in that tree line. So I can't wait for a pint today, I real lie. No, it's not the best, but little red squirrel there, very rare in Britain nowadays. She's sat on this branch. There he is, I'll zoom in as much as I can. That's him there, look. Just walking through this final little bit of forest now before we come back onto Hard Knot Pass. We're going to take a left once we come to the end of this footpath, walk along the road for about 2/3 of a mile, and then that is where the pub is we're going to for a couple of beers. Just a pit stop before we go to the campsite and then chill tonight. But yeah, it's been lovely. I'll spin you around just so you can see. It's just like a proper little forest. It's been a really nice day again. We've just seen a red squirrel, so we've got Leah's tried to get some pictures and some videos. I don't know if she got a video of it that well, but she got some good pictures, so we'll put those in this video. Because yeah, I say they're quite rare to see actually, the red squirrels. We've only really seen an handful in all the times we've been coming to the lakes, but every time you see them they are nice to see. Just walking through this tree line now, and we've just stumbled across the stream, but you want to see the colour of it, it's absolutely blue. And this is probably, the videos don't do it justice, but you can maybe see, you can see just how clear it is there. Leah's talking about polluting it with her dirty smelly feet.
Oh, but my feet are killing.
Well,
I ain't got no shorts. I'd have gone for a swim if I had
Be a bit bloody cold. Give him a soak, just give him a soak. If it was a bit warmer in the year, I'd be tempted to get myself in there too, but it's only April the 8th or whatever it is, so I'm a bit reluctant to get in there. So it's not for me. Leah's more used to going in, like she does a lot of swimming in tarns and things like that, wild swimming. It's not really something I do, unless it's absolutely boiling, and even then it's a struggle, so I'll prefer it in my kayak or my paddleboard. Wait for the moment of instant regret. Is it as cold as you'd have expected? It's almost like I could have guessed this winter runoff would be cold. We knew it would happen. She was just saying how cold it was. I tried telling her, but she just doesn't listen to me.
Chilly.
She started, just in case you can see, she stood on a little rock there. Look, she's not actually in the water.
Actually, because of that. Where's my shoe? Put the wrong sock on. My big toe. I sagged up there.
How could you fend for yourself?
Are you video?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you proved you've got your socks on wrong. You don't know the difference between left and right.
I don't. Technically, there isn't a left or right.
There is left and right. It's the thing.
There isn't, but there is. But these aren't. But it's because when you walk in it, like the big toe stretches a bit. You know what I mean?
I never know what you mean.
I know what. God, colour of that water. That is amazing. We're heading back into civilization. Oh, this is going to be fun.
On to Hard Knot Pass.
Thank you.
Or the back end of Hard Knot Pass. heading towards Eskdale, so let's keep our wits about us because there's a few vehicles. So yes, we're going that way over the bridge. Little horse there having a little thingy. Spin round. There's a little donkey.
Oh, no.
The other little one over there, look. I've been at the zoo. I was going to tell you a joke about a donkey, but I don't want to make an ass of myself. Just walking now along Hard Knock Pass, or the start of Hard Knock Pass, heading towards Eskdale. Got about a quarter of a mile now to go to the pub, so we're going to go and have a couple of beers and chill out because it's been a busy day today. As you can probably tell from earlier videos, I feel a lot more cheerful with myself now. A, because the walk's finished. B, because I'm going to get a pint. And C, I'll be getting some tea very soon, so I'm quite happy again now. Do it all again tomorrow. It's almost like Attenborough over there doesn't want me to go to the pub. One more picture of bloody sheep, I'll kill it. If there was ever a god, I've just found him. There's the wool packing. Looks quite busy, big car park busy as well, but ready for a couple of pints now. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well deserved today, yeah?
Yeah, very much so.
Homemade pizza, I have to do it.
You are going to make homemade pizza?
What, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Homemade
Yeah,
pizza.
but you've just said to me, I offered to make it again. You've declined my offer. You said, do you know how to make a pizza? Well, we've got the dough. You squish
Yours will
it,
basically be a
cook
margarita, won't it? There's some peppers you can lob on.
it. I don't know if I want to.
I can have pepperoni. I bought some pepperoni, but because you're a veggie, you won't have pepperoni.
Don't be slating my veggies.
Sorry, I shouldn't slate veggie. I have a lot of veggie meals as well,
Yeah, shove that in your piping.
because it's easier.
Drink a
Shouldn't
beer
you
and
type 'em what?
drink it.
Trying to jump on his mum, the black one. I feel like I'm being watched. Just coming back to the campsite now. 8.5 hours after we started this morning. We haven't been in the pub for the last hour, so we I nearly got one, haven't I? We have been in the pub for the last hour, just had a couple of pints, so now we're going to go back and get some dinner, drop the bags off and get something to eat, and just chill out for the night.
Almost looks like he knows what he's doing.
I do. Yeah, holiday style.
If
Shot
this,
about pizza dough though, innit? But
yeah. To be fair, some kids just come over and he sort of wondering what was going on, and he seemed very impressed at the prospect of doing a pizza on a pan.
he's never seen a Humber hiker cook a pizza, has he?
I've never seen a Humber hikers cook a pizza.
We've got a pizza stone at home, what we do, haven't we? But this is going to be something else. If
Yeah.
it works. So,
This
yeah,
is induction hob grub.
game changer.
Mmm. Let's see what happens. It's actually happening. Pizza on a pan. Mm-mm-mm. I mean, it almost looks as though you know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, that I do. It might not taste like that, but
Don't matter, I can't taste. Maybe it's just because it's like,
Not proper, that's well.
oh, he's actually bloody done it.
you would doubt me.
Yeah. Doesn't it look good, that? You bloody did it. Mm-mm-mm. I knew he was a keeper for a reason. Lad's done good. Homemade pizza on the induction hob.
The pepperoni pizza, good to go. Just get the cheese melted and off we go. How's yours, Lee?
Do you know? It's absolutely
Pizza.
spot on.
Pizza margarita.
Oh, that's smart.
I'm proud of myself, look at that. What's it called?
Pepperoni pizza.
Pizza. That is the food of champions.
That is spot on.
We need a pizza cutter. Oh no. Oh, mate, see. Look at that.
That is awesome.
Guarantee you, shoot a video later on at Lobodometer. Top. You can guarantee it. See,
You got barbecue sauce all down you last night,
I
didn't
did, it
you?
was on my arm, it's there still.
Nice.
I'm camping, so who cares?
But no, all
fair,
sort of joking aside, you've done really, really good
Is
here.
it camping though when you've got an induction hob in a van?
Absolutely not.
And eating pizza?
It's glamping in it, but
Why not? Work hard. Let's try it then. Seal of approval. Looks good. Mmm.
spot on,
That
isn't
is a pizza.
it? Mmm. Not a bad view from your bedroom window, is it that? It's nice.